Welcome to the Goose Riot podcast. This is the episode entitled All Hail Xenu, the leader of the Galactic Confederacy. To my left, yes,
Really long title.
A very long title. Let's go ahead and introduce the players this week.
This is Dave.
Mike.
Chad.
Josh.
And remotely we have...
Tanner.
And Hunter.
Hi, Hunter.
Thank you so much,
Hello.
Hunter. Thank you so much. We watched an extremely awful movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was good.
You
Shut your
would.
whole mouth.
I think
Battlefield
you're a bitch.
Earth. This movie was John Travolta's baby.
I picked it.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
It took us 2 weeks
Everyone
to watch
is
it.
welcome.
Very much appreciated. And for punishment, Dave is going to give us a little description now.
Here goes. In the year 3000, Earth has been ruled for 1,000 years by the Cyclos, a brutal race of giant humanoid aliens. The remnants of humanity are either enslaved by the Cyclos for manual labor, or survive in primitive tribes living in remote radiated areas outside of Cyclo control. Protagonist, Johnny Goodboy Tyler, played by Barry Pepper, is a member of one such tribe. After his father dies due to an unknown illness, Johnny leaves his home seeking greener pastures. Soon, he joins forces with Carlo, played by Kim Coates, but both men are captured by a Cyclo raiding party. They are transported to a slave camp at the Cyclo's main base on Earth, which consists of a giant dome built over the ruins of Denver, Colorado. Turl, the Cyclo security chief on Earth, who is played by John Travolta, has been condemned by his superiors to remain indefinitely at his post on Earth as punishment for an incident involving the senator's daughter. With the help of his assistant, Kerr, played by Forrest Whitaker, Turl devises a plan to buy his way off the planet by making a fortune using human slaves to mine gold in radioactive areas. Cyclos are unable to enter these radioactive areas because the gas they breathe explodes on contact with the radiation. Turl selects Johnny as his foreman for the project and gives him a Cyclo education using a learning machine. Turl gives Johnny a party of slaves in Cyclo's shuttle and orders him to mine gold. After learning the Cyclo's language, Earth's history, and other useful information, Johnny masterminds a human uprising against the Cyclos. He obtains gold from Fort Knox to satisfy Turl's demands, and then leads his followers to an abandoned underground U.S. military base with fully functional 1,000-year-old Harriers along with weapons, fuel, and nuclear weapons. They use the base's flight simulators to train themselves in aerial combat. After a week of training, the rebels use the Harriers and other weapons to attack the main Cyclo base. Carlo sacrifices himself to destroy the dome over Denver, causing the Cyclos inside to suffocate in Earth's atmosphere. Johnny teleports a suicide bomber carrying an atomic bomb to the Cyclo homeworld. The ensuing detonation causes the entire Cyclo atmosphere to explode, wiping out the planet. Kerr and Turl survive on Earth but face different fates. Kerr sides with the victorious humans, while Turl is imprisoned as a hostage within a vault in Fort Knox. The film ends with the humans in control of Earth, but facing an uncertain future.
Yeah!
Wow.
That was
Yeah,
horrible.
You're welcome,
thank
everyone.
you, Dave, for giving us that
That
wonderful
riveting
description of
speech.
this
It's like
movie.
listening to Hitler.
This was
That's
this was the worst
I have
film
to
of the
disagree.
year 2000.
So what
It's actually the worst film of the decade.
I feel like it was worse than that, yeah. That's an understatement.
do you guys want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about plot holes? Do you want to go over like
Plot holes?
I think
the
plot
basis
holes.
of Scientology?
Plot holes?
I'm Actually, you know what? No. Here
No.
we go. To Zach, our religious expert on Scientology.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you like a brief description of the basis of Scientology, and that
Please do.
is Xenu, the leader of the Galactic Confederacy, brought billions of people to Earth and stacked them around volcanoes. He then detonated hydrogen bombs in the volcanoes.
Hold on. Can I interrupt you? How did he bring them to Earth?
On DC-8.
On what?
On DC-8 cargo planes.
Okay. I just wanted to check that out.
Obviously, that makes sense.
So these hydrogen bombs forced the thetans, which is the life force, basically a soul, if you will. It forced it to stick to their human forms, and that's what we have today. And
That's why we have headaches.
yes,
Something like that, yeah.
exactly. Thetans. That's the negative effect of thetans.
Don't be so glib, Dave.
But we need to learn to control that by harnessing our past experiences that are
Right.
awful.
And
but that
paying
goes over the last
$300 for a
Right.
70 million
Beaten
years.
survey.
You know, so.
Yeah. You gotta go hook up to an e-meter, get your body thetans measured, and then you've got to do what is the name of that?
like
tool
50
to
Hail
use.
Marys. Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
That's
That's
Catholicism.
the other one. Yeah.
Close.
Somehow that description relates back to what Dave just described to us.
I didn't see it, but
there's so many things we can talk about.
Hiding in the closet.
Uh,
Are we talking about R. Kelly or
come out of the
Scientology?
closet, Tom Cruise.
I understand.
Is Todd
Tim.
here?
No, Todd is
No,
not
Todd is
here.
not here, actually. That's good.
I believe that a point when you could have told whether Todd was here or not was during the introduction period.
When we didn't say his name. Todd was supposed to be here, but apparently he's a little bitch who would rather sleep.
All right, so let's get into this. Right off the bat,
How do you get into this?
Johnny is bringing medicine to his father that's dying. Okay.
Yes.
And his father dies. Very tragic. Whatever. No one gives a fuck.
Apparently, we never met his father and never knew anything about it.
I was
So I
super
guess it
sad
was
about it.
tragic.
I was super sad about
So,
it.
anyways,
Or was he dying of radiation
brings-
poisoning
he
and it was
brings-
a mercy killing?
he brings him medicine to fix him. And when he finds out he died, he just throws the medicine so that no one else can fucking use it.
Yeah.
What if someone else
Yeah.
is sick?
Fuck
that's-
everyone else.
Like, it's a real fucking dick move.
Bro,
Did you see how slow he was walking on his horse,
Dirty
too?
game.
I mean, I feel like if he was in a hurry, he should have been, like, hauling butt. No,
Horses
he
horses
wasn't.
are super valuable now. Carriers, on the other hand,
Yeah.
dime a dozen. Horses, super hard to get a hold of.
So then Johnny leaves to find greener pastures, right?
That makes
Um,
sense.
Yes.
And he goes into this town, which is who knows where.
like pasture so his horse could eat food?
Exactly.
Like grass?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And this town is like for
I guess it
being
was like a
1,000
putt-putt golf course or something that they walked up on. with
Yeah,
all those
that's
little
what it looked like,
statues. Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the town that they go into to
Yep.
like find stuff. How is there still so much shit in that town if it's been 1,000 years?
There's there's actually a little goof up there. You actually see a red shiny car whenever they first pan through.
It's a
And
good wax job. man.
The rest of them are all rusted except for that one.
It's okay. How did the Declaration of Independence survive 1,000 years?
You don't worry about that.
It's
out in the
good
middle
paper.
of fucking nowhere.
It's the same thing with
Nicolas
the books in the
Cage.
library.
That was in the library. He was in the
It
library.
was written on him. Yeah, I know, but it's still 1,000 years. It's still in this fucking.
It's
desolate-
barely around now. They have to keep it in a
Yeah.
pressurized.
It's been
Yeah.
about
sealed
1,000
container.
years
It's
since it
not
was
the
written, though.
actual Declaration of Independence.
When was
thought
our
it
country
was.
founded there, Josh?
240 years.
It's not the actual Declaration of Independence. It's just a copy of it in a book.
How do you know?
Because that's not what the fucking Declaration
Because it's
of
not in a
Independence
book
looks
right
like.
now?
Maybe they put it in a book at the end of the world.
Yeah.
Had Hunter
They had
watched
some glue
this movie,
sticks.
he could back me up
They
here.
pulled it out of the case and stuck it in the glue sticks.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that's what you do with the Declaration of
Back you
Independence.
Arts and
It's called
crafts.
scrapbooking, and they were really into it at the end of the world.
I don't know that it was a I don't think it was a
What are
Declaration
we
of
gonna
Independence though. I
do
think it was
with
Constitution.
Okay,
I don't
it doesn't
remember.
matter. Besides
Doesn't
the
matter.
point,
Okay.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Can we also talk about Forrest Whitaker's eye?
The
Yeah.
best part about
I
it.
don't
What
know.
is
I feel
going
like
on
Why
with
would they
that
do that
thing?
for this movie?
I feel like it needs no
That's what it was.
explanation.
I feel like Forrest Whitaker was wasted on this movie. Like,
Are you in good
Actually,
hands?
it's funny because reading the little Razzies or whatever, he's
That's
the
a different
only one
black
who
guy,
didn't win
Chad.
one.
No, that was Forrest Whitaker. The Allstate
No,
guy?
No.
Forrest Whitaker.
Wow.
That says something.
it was Morgan Freeman.
Are we talking about Dennis
Allstate
Haysbert
guy
right now?
was Morgan
Yes,
Freeman.
we are.
I don't,
You mean Samuel
I
Jackson?
really don't understand how anyone can confuse Forrest Whitaker and Dennis
He's
Haysbert.
Pedro Serrano, bro.
You mean Denzel?
Okay, so I have another one, I guess. They their whole
You in good
plan
hands?
is based around the fact that they don't think humans can mine, but they came here and took over this planet,
With
but
all these
didn't
giant
see,
buildings?
but didn't see that we have fucking mines.
No, this is
Like-
the best part of it is that they come to this planet, right? And they're looking around, and they scope us out for a little bit, and they don't realize that we've mined a shitload of gold
Yeah.
and put it into, vaults.
Oh,
But
they
instead,
don't
we
know.
just went straight. They just went straight to mining it.
they
you know?
mentioned that their hyper advanced scanners couldn't get through the lead walls of Fort Knox.
Yeah, but you couldn't just look around.
Yeah.
What about looking at a wristwatch?
a wristwatch?
I don't
Did
get the
not
reference.
did they not notice that we were wearing gold watches and rings?
Oh, I see what you're
and-
saying there.
Oh,
Yeah.
They probably harvested all that.
boom.
yeah.
Like the Nazis?
Maybe.
So, I was kind of wondering
Exactly
throughout the
like
movie.
Allegedly.
I was wondering how long. Oh, well, can we first point out how retarded the name of these guys are? Cyclos? Is it right?
They're
Cyclos?
cyclos from the
the
planet
crap?
Cyclo.
Well,
Are they cyclos or cyclones?
Cyclos.
Cyclos.
That's stupid. They should have been cyclones.
every
Those were better.
every bit of creative in this movie, and I don't know how closely it follows the book, is
Yeah, I was trying to
absolutely
find that.
retarded. Like,
I sure as hell wasn't going to read the book.
It's not a joke. It's supposed to be a lot like the book. Like they went through and rewrote the script because the person who wrote the script to begin with, I saw the guy's name, but I didn't remember it. It really he tried to make it a little less serious and actually make it somewhat entertaining. And instead, Johnny T there decided that he wasn't allowing that, and they went back to making it as much like the book as possible. And also, we haven't pointed out yet, this is the first part of the book, or the first half of the book. There
First
should have been
468 pages.
There should have been a sequel to this
God.
that maybe would have wrapped it up.
But unfortunately, this crappy movie made them go bankrupt, so you can't have
Yeah,
a sequel for a production company.
How much did John Travolta invest?
$5 million
Yeah,
was his
$5
own money.
million
Of his own money.
Yeah.
but like, my original point was that the
Warner
plot
Brothers.
of this movie seemed like it was written by a 7th grader. It was so fucking simple.
L. Ron
This is
Hubbard
supposed
is
to be
not a
like-
7th grader.
It's
Shut your
supposed
mouth.
to be an amazing book, too. I was reading reviews of the book, and I mean, it's like 4.5 stars, 5 stars.
No,
all
yeah,
of that.
yeah.
I will,
honestly, yeah, it is. It's
I will-
supposed to be.
Go ahead and read you some things that John Travolta said about the book. He said
Okay.
it is like Star Wars, only better. And he also said that it is like Pulp Fiction for the year 3000.
Wait,
What?
what?
How
No.
the crap does it have anything to do with...
Hold on.
Man.
How does that even make sense?
You just don't get it.
No, I guess I just
Seen Pulp
don't
Fiction.
get it.
You just don't
Yeah,
understand.
I've seen Pulp Fiction, but obviously I watched
There
a
it
different
is.
version of the movie.
When did
This
we have
makes
a
John
Pulp
Travolta a
Fiction?
cox. What?
Was that a
I said, when did we have a Pope Fiction?
Pulp Fiction?
I don't know if that one hit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Comedic timing is off.
That statement, though, makes John Travolta a cocksucker both figuratively and probably literally. Just saying, you know? It's the guy you want to find in a bathhouse at 3 a.m.
He's gonna kill our internet,
If you want your
bro.
dick sucked. I don't care. Bring it, JT.
JT. Yeah. Where's the love?
Okay,
So,
next part of the plot, I guess.
well, so the plan was to get humans to mine for them, right?
Yeah, but they weren't allowed to do that.
Not humans.
Man animals.
Man
Man
animals. There you
Sorry.
go.
Rat brains. So that plan was just really fucking stupid.
Agreed.
And John Travolta keeps talking about leverage. Like I feel like he says the word leverage like at least 100 times in the movie, and it drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Really wanted a seesaw.
The movie would have been better if none of the Cyclos ever spoke English. Like, if we couldn't understand a damn word they were saying, the movie would have been better.
I agree with you on that one.
So the only thing stupider than the Cyclos plan was the humans plan.
Yes. Yes.
It's a good thing those Cyclos couldn't track that little ship.
Yeah.
Was Forrest Whitaker the only black Cyclo?
No, there was a couple other ones, weren't
I think some of the guards were black
they?
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's in
they
the
have a
Allstate
bunch
commercials.
of like
Are you in good hands?
tribesmen learned to fly Harriers. That's
Yes.
Well, okay,
yes.
let's back up a little bit. Johnny gets put into this knowledge machine.
Oh yeah, knowledge machine.
The knowledge machine then teaches him everything,
Well-
not just about Cyclos, but also about
Everything.
the our world and
This is what got me.
everything we did.
No, it taught him universal stuff. So he's teaching them geometry
Yes.
on like with sticks in the dirt, and they're like, "Well, we were supposed to be learning how to escape," and Johnny's like, "This will help us."
By learning about isosceles triangles.
Right. So
Yes.
he tells them. he tells.
You
He
have a
tells
quote
them
coming
that
up? I'm
math
excited.
and molecular biology will help them escape from cyclo internment.
100%
Oh,
agree.
gosh. So
Knowledge
okay,
is power.
So did Learning Machine teach him where Fort Knox was?
Learning Machine
No.
taught him how to read English.
Okay, and,
And
he
then-
read
And
this
how to love.
and
in
then-
20 minutes in
and
the,
how to
book in the
love.
Library of Congress.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't the Library of Congress. That was
The
the Denver Public Library,
Yes.
which looks nothing like that, by the way. If anyone was curious,
We were all wondering.
the Denver Public Library looks nothing like that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where he read all that stuff, and he read
I don't even know
about
what our public library looks like.
America.
That's because you don't know how to read, Dave.
That's true.
Apparently, according to the book, the cyclers are supposed to be hairy, 9-foot tall, 1,000-pound sociopaths.
That's pretty close to what
That's pretty
Johnny T
accurate.
looked like.
Well, he said he
1,000
wore
pounds.
4-foot stilts.
Wow, I didn't think they were that tall.
I didn't think they were that tall.
That's
in the
what
movie
he
either.
said.
It may have been 4 feet tall, but he like stood 3 feet. Like, I don't know, a foot of it was on his leg. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they were a lot bigger than the, man animals. I'll give them that. I mean, they at least got that part right. But, I mean, their costuming was
6 fingers and all.
just horrible. Well, 5 times sometimes. You never knew.
Depending on the scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You never knew.
I thought it was amazing how the Cyclos were talking like really deep, like monstrous, before you could understand what they were saying magically.
Yep.
And then as soon as they're speaking English, it's like crystal clear, like normal. Interesting.
Very.
I just can't get over this movie. Like how insanely bad it was.
So he learns all this stuff, and then at this point he starts to formulate a plan that he knows that they're going to be mining, and that's his big break. And this is where I start losing the movie real hard.
Wait, you start losing the movie at this
I
point?
lost it immediately.
I was trying to give it a little bit of benefit of the doubt, it's
It's
they
like
spent a
Star
lot of
Wars,
money in it.
but better. So I mean,
That's
we
true.
should-
It's the Pulp Fiction of the year 3000.
Yeah.
But the plan was so hinged on just pure luck over and over and over again. It's not like he made a plan at all.
And very strategic, like very chance timing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, these people have to show up right now?
yeah.
Oh, they're going to. I got faith in
Okay.
Xenu.
So this is a little out of the order here, but I was just reading this thing on Wikipedia. Travolta and his manager took the lead in hiring on-set personnel. They at first wanted Quentin Tarantino to direct it.
Oh, could you imagine
For
that?
some reason, he said no.
I don't know
So
why.
instead, they went with Roger Christian, who was the second unit director on episode 1. Star Wars episode
Second
1.
unit
Were they-
director.
So not good enough, not George Lucas. George Lucas is Patsy.
Yeah. Not even
And they
his
thought,
Patsy.
yeah, let's get that guy to
That's
make
the
this
dude who
$100 million
gets-
movie.
That's the dude who gets his Patsy coffee.
As part of the screening process, were they giving out personality tests?
Probably.
Obviously.
Oh,
Stress
geez.
test.
Stress,
Yeah,
stress
stress
test.
test.
Got to find out those thetans.
Heating levels, bro.
The music was good in this movie. I like the music at times.
I didn't
Nope.
pay attention to it at all. I was more like horrified by how awful it was.
Yeah.
Um.
So we haven't even gotten around to Fort Knox yet,
Well,
which is part of his plan. So continue your.
Fort Knox is I'm not even. That's so far down in in the range of like the amazingness that was happening. The nuclear bomb. How he just picked up a manual
that was
In
had
the
to be
room.
sitting next to it.
And he,
in Fort Hood, Texas. Just imagine he's traveling from Denver to Texas.
well, he has
to-
a spaceship.
yes, that he learned to fly,
Right.
but not well.
So
But hold on. Barry Pepper in this movie, his name was actually Johnny Goodboy Tyler.
Yes.
Where did the good boy come
from the
from?
book,
Family name.
it's a
Oh.
Scientology thing.
Oh, it is?
He
Oh.
knew his father
Yep.
before he threw away that medicine.
You would know.
God.
So, when he's learning how to like work the nuclear bomb,
Yep.
which he takes away from its detonator, I believe.
He does.
Um,
That's
So-
how nuclear bombs work.
yeah. He's the manual is just schematics,
Yes.
so he figures out how to work the bomb based on the schematics.
Yep. He figures out all the conversion factors and
That makes sense.
everything.
Without any words.
Yep.
Just schematics, which is awesome.
He also don't take the fact that it's 1,000 years and the half-life of fissionable
Yeah.
material it's going to go down a little bit, but that thing was big enough to blow up a freaking planet.
Yeah.
I think we discussed this before. It's like a torpedo in a submarine. You want it to detonate next to it, so we just held it 2 feet off the Earth, off the planet's surface,
Cyclo.
and then it
Planet Cyclo.
imploded on itself. It was enough to
Well,
disintegrate
They
the
did
planet.
set up
100%
throughout the
makes
movie
sense.
that the air that the cyclones breathed was like explosively reactant to radiation, which I don't feel like makes any sense, but that's what they went with.
When's the
That's
last time you
why-
were in Cyclo?
That's why Johnny T couldn't get close enough to the mine, all that crap, because it was radioactive and his
His tanks
breathing
would blow up.
apparatus would blow up.
Okay,
So,
I'll give you
it
a
does make a
little
little
bit
more
there.
sense.
But still, they took.
But I don't
does
feel
it?
like an atmosphere igniting on a planet would detonate the whole planet, though. Like I feel like if
Lem-
oxygen caught on fire, nitrogen, I guess, whatever, on Earth, the whole planet wouldn't explode.
I
Agree.
feel like a civilization's been around for 100,000 years. The Cyclones could travel through
Mhm.
space, conquered many planets.
Galaxies.
Galaxies would have overcome radiation problems.
They did.
Why not be able to build a breathing apparatus that doesn't blow up when it interacts
They
with
figured it out. That's
radiation?
why they had the dome.
It's a
We've
shame.
even solved radiation problems. I saw it in a Die Hard movie. You just
Yeah,
spray
they
it.
just spray it.
Oh,
It's a
it's
spray.
true.
Radiation spray.
Neutralizes it.
Yeah. So I guess they can't like detect that there is a freaking nuclear bomb. You know, the one thing that can blow up their whole planet, they don't know that that's coming through in the teleporter.
I mean, they can detect radiation easily on the
Yes,
planet
yes.
Earth, but they don't
have
need to worry
no
about that at
idea.
their house.
So that brings up another one of those points.
Yes, one of those.
We have heat-seeking weapons from 1,000 years ago, but they do not,
Yep.
That's true.
which is amazing.
I feel like it's
it took them 9 minutes to knock us out.
Yeah.
That's what really matters. 9 minutes, and then
But
1,000
now-
years later, 1,000 years later, some cavemen
Learn how to fly.
took them out.
Harriers.
Yeah, and they're good to go. No problem anymore.
Who was flying the DC-8s in this movie?
I didn't see any DC-8s, man.
Somehow that's supposed to relate to this movie, but I don't see it.
Maybe it's the Harriers.
So
How about the convoluted story? I think that's how they relate.
Yeah, I was really looking around online trying to find like parallels or whatever to Scientology, but I didn't really find anything. I
They're
don't know.
really. Honestly, I think a lot of it comes into the second half of the book, right?
Maybe he hadn't made up that religion yet.
No, he had.
no, he had.
No, he had already
This
had
Oh,
was-
yeah.
The book was in. He released this book in
When did Dionysus
1982,
come out?
82, and Travolta converted to Scientology in
Oh, that's true, that's
75.
true.
which is.
But
which
you know,
surprised
it
me.
really didn't
Me too.
happen. Like I don't think Scientology was a thing until Tom Cruise was a thing. So until Tom Cruise and Scientology.
Well, no, apparently, when they were trying to get the book made, he went to John Travolta went to 20th Century Fox, and he was talking to Bill Mechanic, who was the head at the time, and he basically said that John Travolta had Scientologists all over him, coming up left and right, telling him how excited they were about them making Battlefield Earth.
Understandable.
and he
Yeah,
said,
yeah. He's like, "Do you think that any way, shape, or form weirding me out is gonna make me want to make this movie?" Yeah, it
Mm.
was. It's fucking Scientologist, man.
Oh, easy.
so
I don't care. Bring
so
it.
at the end when he's fighting, what's his name? Johnny Trav's character, Tar.
Trill.
Terrell.
Terrell?
Terrell.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And when
Terrell.
they're
I think.
fighting, he slaps the collar that he put on his girlfriend's neck
Mm-hmm.
around his arm, and John Travolta doesn't notice, and blows up his own fucking arm like he does.
Well, he's 1,000
like
pounds.
he didn't, like he doesn't fucking notice.
9 foot. He's 1,000 pounds, 9 foot tall. Maybe he just can't feel it because he's already so heavy. Like that extra weight
He was
just
wearing
doesn't
armor and
phase him.
crap, but yeah, I'm with you. I feel like
There's no way he like. How would he not fucking notice?
More importantly, he
Yes.
doesn't really react when he blows his arm off.
Why would he?
In 95, John Travolta told the Daily News, or the New York Daily News, that Battlefield Earth is the pinnacle of using my power for something.
He's regretting that
Wow.
sentence right there.
that's what Mel
Yeah.
Gibson said about Passion.
Ooh,
Yeah. How do you think he felt after Scientology killed his son?
pretty bad. He quit afterwards, so I
So-
think he got the point across finally.
Mm.
John Travolta also, to promote this movie, went on a book tour and signed L. Ron Hubbard's book.
That's awesome.
I need one of those books.
Oh, that's amazing.
I've got to find one.
It's so amazing. Like I don't. I'm done. I'm done. What does anyone else want to say about
I
this
mean,
movie?
I still don't feel like we've emphasized enough the fact that these Harriers are flying around after 1,000 years using jet fuel that hasn't been produced in 1,000 years.
It's okay. Jet fuel only has a 4-year half-life. Or shelf life.
Well, what about
Not a big deal.
the simulators that they use to learn how to fly these Harriers?
No problem. All
Hydraulic fluid
all the
lasts
hydraulics.
1,000 years.
Yep, all the hydraulic fluid, all the computer chips, nothing bad. I mean,
Not
dust,
to mention all the
everything
electricity
doesn't
that they
bother.
had no problem getting. I mean, the whole, I don't know.
Johnny knows how to do all this stuff.
Oh,
He
gosh.
spent like 8 hours at the Denver Public Library, so
Yeah, everyone knows that you learn everything at the Denver Public Library.
In case anyone is wondering, on eBay right now, there is a copy of a John Travolta autographed Battlefield
Oh my
Earth going
gosh.
for $60 or best offer.
Best offer.
I'm gonna offer $2, please.
do you have any reviews for this movie, Chad? Any good reviews for it?
Oh, I'll get to it. Y'all continue. I'll come back to that.
Let's back up onto the Scientology thing a little bit, Dave. Scientology was actually founded in 1952
Oh, wow.
as a successor to L. Ron's self-help system, Dianetics. So it went from a self-help system to a religion, and no one's questioning that. They're just going with it.
Okay.
Well, he was quoted as saying, I need to start a religion. That's where the money's at.
Yep.
Yeah. You want to get rich? That's the way to do it.
So before the film was released, a former Scientologist, Lawrence Wallersheim,
Okay.
says that the Church of Scientology has placed highly advanced subliminal messages in Battlefield Earth in the Master to surreptitiously recruit new members from the movie audience.
I've been thinking about going down to the building all week, so it makes sense.
Here's a 5-star review for you. The whole process went fine.
All right.
Here's another 5-star review for you. Great item. Like, I don't... Excellent movie. Excellent is spelled wrong. Love it. I feel like it's just Scientologists coming on here to leave 2-word reviews.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Those
Great.
are all John Travolta.
Great.
The excellent
he's
one was
creating
L. Ron
more
Hubbard,
accounts
and
to
he
make
couldn't
it.
even spell excellent right.
Yeah.
L. Ron Hubbard posted the excellent. Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He had too many thetans taken away from him, so he couldn't. He forgot how to spell.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is.
So, okay. Let's do some last thoughts. Last thoughts, Dave.
Last thoughts. Oh gosh. I don't know. I don't know how this movie could have been worse. Like I guess if the special effects were worse, because there's actually some pretty decent special effects in this movie for the year 2000. I mean, it's
I'm gonna disagree with that.
really. I thought the
by
planes
the year-
flying around.
By the year
Same.
2000, Jurassic Park had already been
This
out for
movie
6
was
years.
post Matrix.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Matrix, which was 99, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
And it was it was almost exactly the same time as the Star Wars came out, which were awful but had better effects.
Yeah, I mean,
The effects weren't bad enough to be distracting for me.
I feel like the lighting was bad. The acting was
The
bad.
set design was horrible. The sets look like styrofoam everywhere.
The sets were bad. The costumes were bad.
They filmed everything at a Dutch angle, which was atrocious.
Yes, and it was bad. You know
the
what?
voice
My
acting
final
was horrible. Like the acting was just absolutely terrible. We didn't even talk about all the Razzies this film got. It got like
it got-
7
I think it
Razzies.
was
yeah.
9.
It's actually
Nine?
it's
Nine.
it's tied for the worst
It
or
was-
the most.
They got
Razzies.
worst movie of the year. John Travolta got worst actor of the year.
That's Forrest Whitaker only didn't get one because somebody else in the movie got it instead.
Oh yeah, worst supporting actors.
Yeah, it
Pepper,
was
worst
the,
supporting actress, worst director, worst
Yeah.
screenplay, worst screen couple.
Oh God,
the
we didn't even
worst,
talk about her.
the
really?
worst screen
It just
couple
doesn't
was
matter.
Yeah.
John Travolta and anyone sharing the screen with him. Beautiful.
I think my final thoughts on this movie is fuck this movie. If I ever have to watch it again, I might just end myself.
All right.
Oh
Chad,
man,
final thoughts?
Battlefield Earth was later
Someone
awarded.
please put it on.
Sorry, go ahead, Hunter.
I was just saying, someone please put it on, because Mike wants to office himself.
What? Are you fucking drunk?
No, he just started
Sounds
listening to
like-
himself halfway through, and so he slowed
Yeah,
down.
dude.
Oh, my voice.
It's so beautiful. Anyways,
Oh, hold on. I got another 5-star
Okay, let's
Oh,
review.
do this.
Hollywood didn't like this video, but it had some good messages that you can set goals and accomplish them at any time. The hunted can become the the hunted can become the hunter. Well, I say cunter. I call hunter cunter so much that when I see the word hunter, it's automatic. The hunted can become the hunter. This is a good family movie.
I'm gonna completely agree with that.
No.
Yeah, that's a 5-star review right there.
What the fuck about this movie says good family movie? I'm gonna be honest.
my
What about
gosh.
this do you want your kids to take away from this
Ugh.
movie?
You can overcome anything.
Like, really?
Mental
Don't
retardation.
trust John Travolta.
That's one thing you can get out of it too.
Are those your final thoughts, Chad?
Let me give you another one. I like this movie. I don't know why it has such a low rating. Mankind fighting to save ourselves from aliens that have conquered many worlds. Kind of like Independence Day. Fuck, fuck you, Lawrence Stone Larry on Amazon.
There goes
Seriously.
our one listener.
Yep, that was it.
I don't care. Do not compare this piece of shit to a golden movie like Independence Day. That was one of the best movies ever made. Bitch.
So some golden
So-
final thoughts from Chad. Let's,
Battlefield Earth was later awarded an 8th Razzie for worst drama of our first 25 years, and then a worst picture of the decade.
Okay.
Travolta
Tanner.
did not attend to collect his trophies.
It's impressive.
Instead, an action figure of his character accepted them in his place. Oh, jeez.
Tanner, final thoughts?
Yeah, let's do some thoughts from Tanner.
I enjoyed the movie.
Shut up.
Get the fuck out of here right now.
It was a good bad movie.
No.
I hate you.
Let me tell you what Richard Tremblay said about this
Oh
movie.
my gosh. He's on a rampage.
So this
now.
movie has a lot of action, a very good plot, and parts of this movie were very funny. The good guys won, and the security chief did end up with all his gold. Well, John, now you can buy anything. Happy hunting. What the fuck is that,
Oh, jeez.
Richard?
How about you, Hunter? Final thoughts on this movie?
I turned it on and then turned it right back off.
Okay.
It was ridiculous.
Thank you very much for those final thoughts. I'd say my final thoughts on the movie are what was Boar's Head thinking funding this?
I don't know. Fucking Scientology, man. It's just all Scientologists in these 5-star reviews. Anastasia Beaverhausen. She says, a true timeless classic, right up there with I Dreamed of Africa. What? What? I Dreamed of Africa. What's going on with I Dreamed of Africa that this is up there
I
with?
don't know, but we're gonna have to check it out.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready.
It's a great movie.
I'm ready to move on now. What came out since we were around last?
Selma.
Taken 3.
Taken 3.
Oh, God.
Did anyone see Taken 3?
Why would I ever see that?
No.
Taken 3 most takenest.
This movie was made in Montreal, so that explains why it wasn't any good. Travolta is an ego muncher.
Anyways,
Yeah. Moving on.
American Sniper.
I read somewhere with Taken 3. They said Taken 3 made Taken 2 look like Taken 1.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
God.
Oh, wow. 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's amazing.
That's what Taken 3
Yeah.
got?
That's
Yeah, that
That's
sounds about right.
beautiful.
he. I
14
mean, he
million
really,
on the box office.
he just really cashed in here. That's
Yeah,
really
he
what
did.
it comes down to.
Hey, I don't blame the guy.
Nope.
I don't
How many millions of dollars did they pay him to make that? I'm
A lot.
okay with it.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
We got
What else did
American
we get?
Sniper and Selma. We got some. We're starting to get the best picture Oscar movies coming out. So
Yeah, American Sniper was pretty good.
Right.
I know a lot of people have some issues with it, like Michael Moore.
yeah, because
Who the
snipers are
fuck cares what
cowards.
Michael Moore
I don't know,
thinks?
the guy's still alive.
He shouldn't
How
be.
is-
Have
how
you seen
all
him?
How have all his limbs not fallen off from diabetes?
He looks like the troll from the Harry Potter movies.
Right.
From Escape from the
Look
Dungeon.
him up.
Yeah. And then Selma, that was a MLK movie, right? Yeah, I didn't see that.
I did. It was very good.
Got a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, it's a very good movie, and I suggest that
Selma
people
does?
see it.
Well.
Yeah.
I want to go. What are you?
Why,
what,
Hunter,
what
what are you laughing about?
Mike saw Selma.
Why is that funny?
It just is.
You sound like you're about to cry.
That's.
I think he already is
I am.
crying.
I'd like to thank Hunter for his contribution this week.
I do
Uh,
have a question.
What's your question?
John Travolta in this movie was pure shit. So
That's not a question.
That is
What
a
is
statement.
your favorite John Travolta movie?
Oh,
Pulp
does
Fiction.
Grease count?
I mean, it's hard. Grease does count.
It is a John Travolta movie.
I think it's Pulp Fiction.
It's
I
really
mean,
kind
I
of a
can't.
different
Yeah.
John Travolta than this.
Yeah.
It's really hard to beat Pulp
I don't-
Fiction for
I don't
JT.
know.
Saturday Night Fever
Michael
though.
was pretty amazing.
Broken Arrow.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Look
Broken
who's
Arrow.
talking.
Broken Arrow was
And
decent.
look who's talking to.
No, it's definitely Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
There's not really a contest, I don't think.
Michael.
No,
No.
nothing touches Pulp Fiction. I don't think.
What else is? He's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I want to touch back on something we talked about a couple weeks ago too. The Gambler got bad reviews, but we watched it last night. It was actually a pretty
It was
good movie.
way better than I thought it was going to be.
Like, I think if you go in expecting it to be a serious movie, it's not going to be what you were expecting. But if you go in looking at it as like a dramedy kind of, it wasn't bad.
Dramedy.
I
Dramedy.
thought Mark
Ooh.
Wahlberg was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised. by The
Maybe
Gambler.
Boar's Head planted all those bad
No,
reviews.
Oh yeah, Boar's Head definitely. Balzac should have sponsored that movie.
Yeah, totally. What else? Wedding Ringer. What is that?
That's the Kevin Hart,
Kevin Hart.
Josh Gad movie that came out.
Oh, I love Josh Gad. I'm kind of sick of Kevin Hart.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
I don't know what the reviews were on that, but I doubted it was gonna do very well.
We're gonna go see it this week.
Okay.
Of course you are. You're gonna go sit in assigned seats in that in a movie theater.
Fuck no, that fucking stupid La Hala or whatever the how the fuck.
La
Yeah, apparently there's a
Jolla.
There's a movie theater in San Diego, and
It's in Yahala or whatever it's called. La Jolla.
La Jolla. It's in La Jolla.
It's in La Jolla.
And it has assigned seats for some reason. First movie theater I've ever been to that has assigned seats. No, we're not from San Diego.
AMC does.
We're just
Speak
there.
for yourself.
It was an AMC
Yeah.
theater, and it was
AMC
horrible. But they
AMC
near
everywhere
us.
does now,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
they lost business because
We
of that.
immediately got our tickets refunded
Yeah.
and left.
Nice.
It
Understandable.
was bad.
Um,
So. Mordecai? Did we talk about that already?
No.
Mordecai looks
no.
decent.
It's
Who's in that?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, big names.
Oh yeah, that's the one where he's the British
It's a Tim
detective.
Burton movie.
He's like a spy, I guess.
I don't think
Yeah, it's
it
like
is.
a comedy.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
supposed to be.
Yeah, he's British MI5.
It's kind of like what's that Mr. Bean kind of
I
esque
hate Mr. Bean.
movie
Oh,
is what I
man.
saw from the trailer. I don't know if that's true or not.
Johnny Depp, Charlie Mordecai must traverse the globe armed with only his good looks and special charm in a race to recover a stolen painting.
Gwyneth
Blah, blah,
Paltrow.
blah.
Gwyneth Paltrow's in it.
Johnny Depp, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ewan McGregor, Jeff Goldblum. I know
Oh,
the ghost
fucking
story.
love me some Jay Gold.
Olivia Munn, Paul Bettany. Good crowd.
Yeah,
Now I
I
have
mean
to
it's got
watch
a
it.
good. Yeah, it's got good.
What do we know about Strange Magic?
I don't know anything about it.
Me neither.
I'm not going to go see it, then yeah, I don't really research it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is someone masturbating?
Looks like a kid's movie.
Let's go over numbers for this horrible movie that we did watch. We didn't go over that yet.
ratings. Yeah.
Well, I was going to go over actual gross numbers and stuff.
I
They
gotcha.
say that it cost about $44 million. That was after the company that made it tried to get $75 million out of the.
yeah.
No, they did. They basically said that it cost them $31 more million to make this movie than they did. So out of the people who put money into the investors, they stole $31 million.
Well, they
from
ended
them.
up suing them back.
Yeah, they
and
sued 'em.
They ended up getting $121 million back for it. So I
Right.
mean, they got that back. But
Yeah.
Bankrupt the company.
I mean, worldwide and stuff. This movie actually made a lot of money in the
Yeah.
end
Really
because.
I mean,
because
fairly
like
well.
Spain and a couple of the European nations actually liked it, and I mean even the United States,
What?
it actually made it stayed somewhat strong for
Well, did they see a number of their
10
total
No.
earnings?
I didn't actually see a number, but I mean it was pretty high. Like just looking at it, I mean it was making 20 million a week at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, due to all the fraud allegations and the lawsuits, the production company was sued for $121 million. So
Yeah. It lost money.
and the owner of the production company was personally liable for $77 million of that. So yeah,
Ooh.
it,
Right.
kind of ruined his day.
Yep. So
Yeah.
let's go to actual ratings out of 1 to 10 for bad movies. There, Dave.
Ooh, starting with Dave, huh? See, it's tough. it was a piece of crap movie, but we've seen a lot of piece of crap movies. This is on par for me. This is on par with Mario Brothers. I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm with you on that one.
I think
I
it's
think it's
right
about Mario
Brothers.
Brothers.
Mario Brothers.
It's right there with.
4,
Okay.
maybe.
I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say it's under Mario
Yeah.
for me.
No, I agree. I think it's a 3 or maybe even a 2 at some points in the movie. And
Yeah,
it's just,
I would like to revise
it's-
my ruling.
yeah,
It's a 3.
it's down there pretty far. Zach,
0. I would rather watch
No.
any movie we've watched than this movie ever again.
Really?
There's 0 entertainment
Surf
value.
Nazis.
It's awful. There's
Jumper.
actually some things that are entertaining about surf Nazis,
This is true.
but there's
I would watch Jumper 75 times in a row before I watch this movie one more
there's
time.
no fucking value in this movie whatsoever.
Tanner, how about you?
I'd probably give it like a 4, 4.5.
What?
Really?
You really
Why?
liked this movie, didn't you?
I mean, it's
Did you watch this movie?
I don't think you
no,
did.
it's
no,
like-
no,
No, I
I
didn't watch
I
it,
didn't watch
no.
it.
Why
It
would
sounds
I?
like a good movie, though. I'm going to give it a 4.
it's there with like
4.5.
Batman and Mario.
No.
I don't know.
Mario,
Yeah.
yes. Batman, no. Batman was better than this.
Hunter, how about you? Number value.
Batman and Robin, I assume
No
you're talking
way.
Hunter doesn't really count here.
We're doing 10 being the worst thing we've
Nope.
ever seen.
Than being the best thing you've ever seen in a bad movie.
No,
We're doing-
a fucking negative 42.
Negative
We're doing
42.
you didn't watch the fucking movie.
I wanted to see what his number was going to be.
This is the worst bad movie I've never seen.
Exactly. This is it.
Um,
Does
I would
anyone-
rather watch Madeline. Wait, Madeline?
oh, Madeline.
I would
or
rather
Madeline.
watch that 3 times than watch
Was that
this ever.
Was that the movie adaptation of the cartoon
Correct.
George thing?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Curious
I don't know.
George.
Yeah, Madeline. I think it was Madeline was a spin-off from Curious George,
Never heard that
wasn't it?
before.
I've never
I think
either.
that's-
I could have sworn I remember Madeline and the monkey hanging out
maybe that's
together.
inaccurate, but
Speaking
We'll let
of
it
that,
go.
Probably.
We'll let it
I
go.
don't think you should lead our listeners astray there.
Nope.
I don't
Speaking
fucking
of
care.
that, Early Nest was a spin-off, or Empty Nest was a spin-off of the Golden Girls.
Thank you, Hunter.
No one fucking
That's
cares.
So wonderful. We appreciate
That's
your
good to know.
contribution.
Can you get a hypothetical?
I got one. If you could pick any horror movie, like universe, to be stuck in, what horror film franchise would you pick, and why?
Good question.
Jurassic Park.
Not
It's
a horror movie.
You're an idiot.
What about you, Hunter?
Give me a minute.
Can it be a TV show?
For me, I'll go ahead and do mine. For me, it would be Scream, because Courtney Cox and dim titties. I mean, and Nev Campbell. Why not, right?
Well, Hayden Panettiere was in there too.
And you got Dewey, that retarded sumbitch. Hayden Panettiere was in that. Well, she was in Scream 4, which
Yeah.
a lot of people hated Scream 4. I fucking loved Scream 4. I think it was probably my favorite Scream out of all of them.
I mean, she was going to be the reason that I picked Scream. but
Yeah.
you kinda-
I ruined that for you.
yeah, you ruined it for me.
Yeah, it was. It's totally Scream for me.
The only horror movie universe I know.
I would like to be in Leprechaun 4 in the Hood.
I don't believe
Leprechaun
you.
5.
I think there's
What about the
there's
space
in the
one?
Hood
I
and
thought
in
that
the
was
Hood
4.
2. No, in Space is 3, and then in the Hood there's 2 of them.
Have you guys actually watched those
4
movies,
and
or are you
5.
just saying you want to be in that movie?
No, I've actually watched it.
Well, I have to.
Why?
Because they're funny.
Never seen
He watched it right after Selma.
For different reasons.
Yeah, obviously. The reasoning is why not? I mean, I feel like I could survive with how dumb their actions are to get caught by the leprechaun.
Speaking of leprechauns in the hood, did you guys see that video where the guy was in the hood and he showed you that crude sketch that someone like it was on the news?
Yes.
That crude sketch of the leprechaun. This is what it looked
amateur
like.
sketch.
Yeah.
In the tree?
Yeah, the leprechaun. In the
Yeah.
fucking, he was like playing a little flute or something. The guy said, I don't remember what it was.
That was beautiful.
Talk about leprechaun in the hood.
Put it on the site.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'll post the
I,
video.
I got mine.
Okay.
It's Chucky because nothing would fucking happen to me because a little fucking doll would come after me and I'd just kick the shit out of it and I'd be fine.
That's what
he
you
would
think.
He would cut you underneath the bed.
You
I'd
can't
be
hurt it
fine.
though.
I can
Yeah,
just burn
you can't
him.
kill
It
him.
doesn't fucking matter.
Chucky was burnt before.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
stop
can't.
him.
You can't
I
stop
don't
Chucky.
fucking care. He can't hurt me.
What about the bride of Chucky? What are you gonna do when she comes after you?
I'll fuck her up too.
What
Just
about their
stand
kids?
on top of a table. He can't reach that height.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about offspring
feel
of
like they
Chucky?
tried
Chucky
that. It's
9.
Kind of like in
I
Planet of
don't
the
fucking
Apes. They
care.
just need to fly the helicopters a little bit higher, and they're good.
That's true.
I would like to be in a zombie environment. It would have to be like the 1970s zombie movies, though, where
No, 28 Days Later.
Day of the Dead.
No,
Or
28
not
Because
Day
I
of the
thought
Dead.
I thought
No
about that
scary
one. Yeah, I
zombies,
thought about
no.
like 28 Days Later. I was like, no, I'm
I want
gonna
the
die
slow-
immediately.
You think an Evil Dead?
Slow, stupid zombies.
Like the original Evil
no,
Dead?
like Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
I mean, I'd even be for. I know you guys aren't you're gonna make fun of me for this, but
Probably.
the Warm Bodies zombies
Oh, that
like
movie was
were worth.
horrible.
Were worth. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they had those
I
creepy
could sur-
skeleton guys. in it,
Yeah, I
too.
could I
don't
could
wanna
survive
do
that.
So what you're saying is you're gay and you want to feel.
Yeah.
You
Well,
wanna,
once I
like-
become a zombie, I want to find love.
You want to be aware enough that you could just go sit down and watch Selma and have feelings for that movie.
Truth.
if I'm in the zombie environment and I get bit, I'm taking off all my clothes so I can be the fat naked zombie running around.
You're just like, okay, don't shoot me in the head. Don't
So
shoot me in the head. I
all
got
my
an idea,
friends
guys.
are gonna be like, oh god, he's coming back. Oh.
Not only is he trying to bite me, he's trying to rub his dick, his little zombie dick, all over me. What about you, Hunter? What
Rigor mortis, man.
what horror universe are you going for?
Jaws.
Not a
Because I
horror
would just
movie.
Stay.
No,
Yes,
that
it
is a horror movie. No, I
don't
agree.
count
No, I agree
Jaws.
with you.
Jaws is a thriller. It's not a horror
It's a
movie.
suspense
I would
Just-
agree with that.
Yeah, suspense thriller, not a horror
Pick
movie.
again.
Your answer is not
I
valid.
mean, you can go with that answer, but pick something else because your answer is stupid.
Yeah, pick an answer that actually fits the question.
Like, there's tons to fucking choose from. You got Children of the
Listening to his
Corn.
voice again.
Okay, I have an alternate answer in case anybody wants to hear it.
Yes.
What was
Go ahead.
what was the movie with the video that you watch and you die in 7
The
days?
Ring.
The Ring.
Great fucking
There's
movie.
plenty of people I'd show that video to, so I'd be okay with that.
Hey, I got this cool new video.
Yeah.
Wait, why are we still using VHSs? No, don't worry about it.
Hey
It's
guys,
good.
I rented a whole theater to watch this cool movie.
Hunter, if you want
Post-
Mike to see it, just cut it in with Selma. He
Posted
can watch it.
online.
I watched the movie
Title of the
one
Katy
time.
Perry sex tape.
Oh gosh. No, Iggy Azalea sex tape. That's the up and coming.
Yeah, it is.
Anonymous coming
Tanner.
soon.
What do you got?
Okay. M. Night Shyamalan's The Village.
Not a horror movie.
I would ruin it for everyone.
It's kind of a horror movie,
There's
but
no
it's not.
porcupine people.
Yeah.
It's not a horror. No, that falls in the Jaws. It's a thriller. It's
I
not.
don't-
A,
it
it's
starts out as a horror movie though. Like it really
Yeah, it does.
does. But in the end, it's not a horror movie.
No, it's a retarded movie.
It's I'm pissed off because I wasted $15 movie.
It's not
Yeah.
retarded. We learned from Spoken Nerd that it
Oh
has
God.
a good message.
By the way, Spoken Nerd, you guys should check him out. Christian rap.
Yeah, shout
he's
out-
doing big things.
Shout out to Spoken Nerd.
Yeah.
Hunter, you
If
got
you're
another
listening,
answer?
respect.
Yes, I do.
Go for it.
I would choose Paranormal Activity.
Why?
I feel like would die really soon, and then not go into the second, third, or fourth movie.
I get that. You're doing a service.
Yeah, like I would have a heart attack immediately if something like that happened. If someone pulled me out of bed, I would literally shit my pants and die.
In that order, or
Yeah, obviously. And then shit his
I don't
pants
know
again
how, I
after
don't
he's
know how
dead.
it all worked, but maybe yes.
I see that going as the demon comes into your room, sees that you're a ginger, knows that he can't steal your soul, and moves on to another fucking house.
You survive forever.
I'm okay with that.
you win, sir.
All right, guys. I think next week we're gonna watch Jack and Jill. You
Adam
said?
Sandler at his greatest.
Yeah. Sounds horrible.
Somebody give me which one was that?
Yeah, that
Who else was
episode
in that?
isn't brought to you by Balzac.
No, Balzac wants nothing to do with that movie.
We'll have
But-
to remember that next week.
Also, too, I wanna say that last podcast we said we were gonna give away a James Franco selfie calendar to one lucky fan that shared our post on Facebook, and it was Nolan. So Nolan,
Congratulations.
congratulations! Go ahead and message Goose Riot, the Facebook page, and we'll go ahead and get that out to you. So in a couple weeks, we're gonna do a T-shirt giveaway. So if you guys want to start sharing our posts, we're probably gonna wait 2 weeks. The person that shares consecutively 2 weeks in a row we're going to send some shirts out to you. It'll be more than one person. So
Some shirts or a shirt?
yeah, a shirt.
A shirt.
But we're gonna
Like
send
10,
some shirts
15 of
out
them.
We will
to
send
different
it-
people.
If 2 people do it, we'll send at least 2 shirts out.
Yes.
Let's just take one shirt, cut it in half, and give half to each
I
person.
mean, yeah.
We'll give the sleeves to one person and the rest of the shirt to the other.
You know,
Joke's
just-
on you. It's going to be Nolan again because only 2 people like the page.
Well, hey, if Nolan wants to share, go for it.
By all means. You can
Nolan's
have
gonna get a
crappy
shirt
t-shirt. I mean,
and a James
nice
Franco
t-shirt.
selfie calendar.
This is
He's
a
getting all
fucking
kinds of free
jackpot for
shit.
Nolan.
By the way, if you guys want to win, you need to like the Facebook page too, not just share the post. Just a heads up for next time. Because the only people that like it are people we know right now.
Change that a little bit.
Yeah.
Check us out, gooserat.com.
Twitter, Reddit, all at Goose Riot.
All that other stuff that the youths are on.
All the
these days.
fixins.
Farmersmeat.com.
What kind of meat?
Farmers meet.
.com.
No, they meet
Like
each other.
Oh, I thought you meant
It's
like
a
their
dating
meat.
website
No,
for
it's
farmers.
it's MEAT.
Is it gay farmers? I feel like farmersmeat.com is a gay farmers website.
One of us has to have a JDate account.
Gosh. Or an interracial dating site, right? Hunter?
Oh,
me.
interracialdatingscentral.com.
That's me.
Get it right.
Where you meet the love of your life.
Yep, that's where marriages are made.
Oh.
Literally.
Anyways,
Literally.
I think we're gonna stop now. So
That's a
we
good
out.
idea.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
Love you.
Later.
Love you all. Nolan.
Yeah, just you, Nola, because you're like the only person listening.